Yo, what's going on, guys? Today, I'll be showing you why Golem finally rose again to greatness in Clash Royale. There have been quite a few interesting developments for Golem recently, the main one being the fact that Lumberjack got a very nice damage buff, and Lumberjack is really kind of just the go-to support card for Golem decks. Ooh, this guy is Lightning and Knight. And also, guys, the Dark Prince got a pretty nice buff, so now it charges 0.5 tiles quicker, from 3.5 tiles charge range to now only a 3 tile charge range, which helps it get quite a bit more damage throughout the game. I'm going to go for my Lumberjack here just to tank. We should be okay. And also quite a few of the other balance changes were really helpful for Golem. Some even were indirect, like for example, the Pekka getting a nerf is really good for Golem, obviously, and also Fisherman getting a nerf is pretty good too because, you know, Fisherman is just such a cheap counter to Golem. So now that that's not a thing anymore, that should be very helpful for Golem players. Another great thing is that even the... Okay, guys, this might be very interesting to some of you, but I think the Evo E-Drag nerf is genuinely a good thing for Golem. Like, you might think I'm crazy because this deck literally runs Evo E-Drag, but the nerf was actually not that big to E-Drag. It's still... I mean, it does like a bit less damage now, but it still gets the job done, I feel like, as far as defense goes. And what's good about it is the fact that Evo E-Drag is one of the best counters to Golem. Like, yes, it fits very well in Golem decks, but it's also a very good counter to Golem. So the fact that it got a nerf, I think that's actually going to help out Golem decks even more than it will harm them. So pretty much everything is going exactly as it should right now for Golem. We are getting some very nice damage here. And also another random thing is the fact that Piggy's Earthquake got some nice nerfs. It got a nerf to the Evo Skellys, the Evo Ice Spirit, the Archer Queen, which are all very good for this deck because Piggy's was kind of a difficult matchup. Them having the Earthquake just made it so hard to ever get any pump value off. But yeah, now that we don't have to worry about that, it should be pretty good. Also, on a side note here, I have no idea why a man is deciding to run Lightning with a Goblin Drill deck. That is very peculiar, very interesting. Hopefully he goes for the Lightning here onto this pump, but he honestly might not. Okay, looks like he doesn't. Oh, he actually does. Okay, I have to NATO this though, guys, because they get 2 hits against the Tornado. I mean, against the Chef if you don't go for like a Tornado or something. I am going to go for the Golem in the back right now, but the Lightning is really unfortunate for us. It's going to make it so the Evo E-Drag probably won't get too much value. Hopefully we're still able to do something though. I'm going to get my E-Drag off here. I don't know what we're going to do, though. I think we have to maybe try to go for a Lightning block here, guys. I think that could potentially be our only choice. Guys, there's no way we just blocked the Lightning. No, we just blocked the Lightning. Guys, let's go. Come on, please. There's no way we actually win this matchup, right? This looks so difficult here, but with that Lightning block, guys, we could have a chance. Let's get our Evo Zap off here as well, just to mess everything up for him. Yo, there's no way, guys. That Lightning block was so good there. I knew the Lumberjack has more HP, I knew the Dark Prince has more HP, so I knew my E-Drag would survive there, and when you get an Evo E-Drag surviving longer than it needs to, it just causes absolute havoc in the arena, and we get the win actually just from that block there. You know, guys, one thing I completely forgot to mention is the fact that Royal Chef is kind of single-handedly carrying Golem right now. I mean, Golem is obviously good from the Lumberjack buff, Dark Prince buff, quite a variety of things, but also the Royal Chef is just so good with Golem because, like, you know, any big card just works so well with this Chef. Just getting that 10% buff from leveling up is just so huge for a card like Golem. This guy does have Goblin Giant, but, you know, the bigger tank, when you play them into each other, usually always comes out on top, so that's pretty good for us here. I'm going to go for my Skelly Drags, try to finally kill these bats here from just nibbling at our stuff all the time. I don't think he has to respond to this anymore, but he actually still does decide to go for the Prince. I don't even think he needed that, honestly. I'm going to go for my Dark Prince here. It's going to get leveled up, so I believe it should be able to take out this Prince right here. Yeah, that's not too bad. And guys, I could also see some pretty interesting Golem decks coming to the meta. I mean, I think this one will be the best, but there's a good chance there will be some other Golem decks coming in the meta too, like those Golem First Play Night Witch decks. Recently, Golem really has not been playing Night Witch, actually, but I think those decks could work as well in the new meta. You know, with less E-Drag, less Goblinstein, I think it'll be a pretty good environment for that stuff. Man, I have to zap here. Oh, I actually accidentally caught all of that there. That's pretty clutch. I'm going to have to go for the NATO here. I think we do survive, though, surprisingly. I thought I was dead, guys. Hopefully he doesn't get his king up off this E-Drag, but he might, actually. Hopefully not. Okay, looks like he actually doesn't, surprisingly. We get a level 17 E-Drag. Yo, that's crazy. Really good damage. We have to be so careful with our pump here, because I just don't want to get punished so badly. Guys, you know, Golem has been one of the most hated decks over the years. If any of you guys have ever lost to Golem First Play, make sure to like this video and subscribe. I'd be very surprised if some of you actually haven't lost to Golem First Play. I used to just lose to it all the time back when I was an Xbow main. But I switched to Hog Earthquake, and now I'm usually able to do okay against it. Okay, kind of awkward for us here, just like I feel like whatever I do, it's gonna mess us up a little bit. Okay, nice! He's probably gonna fireball, though. Yeah, he does go for the fireball. Come on. Nice, okay, you guys can see the E-Drag nerf in action a little bit there. It definitely made it a little bit harder to stop that stuff, but we were still able to do a pretty good job there. Gonna just NATO these bats off so they hopefully die. Nice, they do. We're just barely holding on here, but it's so darn risky to try to go for a golem push at this point. Gonna get my lumberjack off right here, hopefully. Hopefully it doesn't do too bad of a job against all of this. I'm gonna have to try to get my Dark Prince down as well. Please. Please, Dark Prince, please. Yo, the Skelly Drags, guys, we're not even playing our Golem basically at all this whole match, but we're still somehow winning the game right now. Yo, there's no way. Can we actually win a game without playing our Golem, guys? There's no actual way that's possible, right? I don't know, that would be pretty crazy. Guys, something I've also been thinking about is what would an evolved Golem be? Let me know in the comment section what you think would be a good way to evolve Golem, like what a good Golem evolution could look like. I would say something related to the spikes. Like, you guys know how the Golem used to have, like, this spike collar when it was first released in Clash Royale in, like, 2016? I feel like something related to that could be really cool. Like, you know, like, it could leave a trail of spikes or something where it walks when it's evolved. That could be pretty cool, actually. So I'm kind of curious to see what you guys think about that. Golem has been a little bit lackluster until very recently, so it would be kind of interesting to see a huge resurgence in Golem's usage and stuff like that. We do actually make him go for the Goblin Gang there, which is pretty nice for us, I would say. Oh no, this Goblin Giant, man. You guys cannot underestimate the 1 HP Goblin Giant. It just does so much damage sometimes. Guys, I literally just cannot Golem. His pressure is just too much for me to ever really be able to go for a Golem. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I really don't. I think that Prince actually might still connect. I'm not 100% sure, but these Skelly Drags should be enough to stop it, hopefully. Let's just go for a zap here so the Skelly Drag stays alive. Oh my goodness, guys. I just want to go for a Golem, guys, please. Someone let me go for a Golem. Guys, what do we do here? What do we actually do? I don't know. I mean, I want to Golem the bridge, but I just feel like he's going to punish me too quickly. I feel like I can't Golem the bridge, guys. I just can't. Like, I don't know. I'm just going to defend. You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to defend. Man, I hope we can win this game, dude. If we win this game, we really deserve it. Okay, now I think we go in, guys. He wasted all his elixir. He's probably going to Prince and stuff, but we have our Evo Zap even if we need it. Nice, we get the Evo Zap here on the Dark Prince. Guys, we literally just won this game. No, no, no! Okay, guys, we literally just won this game by playing a Golem only once at the very end of the match. That is pretty funny. Very nice win. Man, I just feel like there's so many different cards right now that you could just throw in a Golem deck and it would pair really well with it. Especially the Baby Dragon, guys. I might have to test a Golem Baby Dragon deck if you guys end up liking this video and want to see more Golem. If it does end up being a really strong deck in the meta, which I think it could potentially be. Because, yeah, I mean, Golem Baby Dragon used to always be such a staple. It used to always have Baby Dragon, Night Witch, Lumberjack, but ever since Pump Golem became really popular, the Golem decks just kind of had different support cards in it. I mean, we do have the Lumberjack in here still, but sometimes it doesn't even run Lumberjack. It only has it now because it got the buff. This guy may have some sort of... I don't know actually what kind of deck here. I'm just going to wait and see. Oh, he has Golem too. Okay, this is interesting. Guys, and also, one Golem deck that I'm pretty interested about is the Golem Dark Prince Rocket deck. There used to be this Golem Dark Prince Rocket deck that was really strong back in, I think, 2019 it was, but it basically just completely fell off after Rocket got a bunch of nerfs, and I guess some other cards in the deck got pretty heavy nerfs too, but yeah, now with the buffs to Dark Prince and to the Baby Dragon, that deck could be back a little bit. We do get a pretty nice defense off right there. Guys, one of the best Golem players, his name used to be Royal, and I was, you know, sometimes watching videos that he would make, you know, on other people's channels and stuff like that, but he actually became a scammer after that. Wow, that got so much damage, what the heck? Dang, that got a crazy amount of damage. But yeah, guys, one of the very best Golem players of all time, he just randomly became a scammer. He was a CRL pro and stuff, and then he basically just retired, and he was, like, still playing a bit of Clash Royale here and there, then he just, like, scammed people a bunch or something like that. And then now he's just pretty much gone, so I don't know what he's doing now. Dang, we just took this guy's whole tower without playing a Golem, basically. I mean, I can't really play my Golems too much right now, guys, because I know he does have the Evo Goblin Cajun cycle, so if I do something, I mean, it's gonna just get pulled in and probably wrecked. So I'm gonna have to be pretty careful. I'm gonna have to have a huge Golem push for it to actually really do anything. We're gonna have to really abuse our E-Drag here and hope it can take out all of his stuff. He does have his E-Drag as well, though, so that's gonna kind of just trade off, I guess, with mine. Hopefully ours wins, actually. Okay, I think ours will win here. Nice, let's go. Dude, this guy has so many air cards. Baby Dragons, Skelly Drags, and E-Drag. But my E-Drag just soloed all of his stuff. Man, that was so good. Okay, I think it's our time now to make a Golem push, guys. He's probably gonna Golem too, though. Oh, he actually sets up with the early Goblin Cage. I think that was a big mistake from him. If he had saved that, he could have just made it so I couldn't really kill his stuff, but since he wasted that, I think we should be able to... I mean, it would have just made it so I couldn't break through. I couldn't kill that cage, couldn't break through, but now the cage is already dead, basically, so I think we're gonna be fine here. Nice, we get the Evo Zap off. Nice! Yo, that Evo Zap was huge there. E-Drag is just chaining on absolutely everything here. I'm just asserting dominance on this guy, showing who the Golem GOAT is. Okay, maybe it's not me, but I did finish top 200 with Golem Bowler one time. Oh, let's go. We're facing Dagger Duchess. Ever since the Duchess buff, I've been seeing quite a bit more of it, which is really the best possible thing you can see when you're a Golem player. Duchess is just so darn bad against Golem. This guy does have Logbait. Logbait's honestly a little bit difficult at times, but it completely depends on what variation they're running, more than anything. The Tornado will be pretty good here, though, to counter the barrels to get our king up and stuff like that. I feel like one of the more underrated cards in this deck is the Tornado. Like, everyone always says, like, oh, you know, Golem is so good because of Evo Electro Dragon or because of, you know, one thing or another, but they never really say because of the Tornado, but Tornado has secretly just been so good for so long. I kind of have to waste my NATO here, not exactly ideal, kind of wanted to save it for the Goblin Barrel, but we should be okay still with our Lumberjack or something. I'm gonna go for it right here. Guys, let me know in the comment section, do you think Tornado needs a nerf? I feel like people were always saying that it does deserve a nerf a while ago, but I kind of stopped hearing people say that ever since other stuff became more overpowered, like Goblinstein and stuff like that. People have just been complaining about that and not really about Tornado anymore as of recently. Wow, Dark Prince is getting so much damage here. I'm just going to try to set up with that Golem in the back because we're up Elixir and just in a pretty good spot overall. To be honest, I do feel like Tornado might deserve at least a small nerf. I don't know. I mean, we're going to have to see how the meta plays out, but it's looking like Tornado is still, and always has been, pretty strong. But I do like the card, though, and I like the fact that you have to have pretty precise placements and stuff like that and some good knowledge to be able to play it perfect. I do like that aspect of it. You know, there was like this one guy on Twitter, guys, who was just completely trying to, like, I don't know, like, he thought he was roasting me or something, even though he didn't do a very good job of it, but he kept on saying, like, oh, you know, Ian is such a trash player, he can only play broken decks, he only can do well with champions, even though I finished top 4 with Hog EQ before champions were even a thing in the game. Or maybe even top 2 with Hog EQ before that, I kind of forgot already. I think top 2, actually. But, yeah, he was saying that, but he was playing Hog Executioner Tornado, bro. Tornado has been, like, the most broken card for the most long, for, like, the most amount of time compared to almost any other card in the game, except like, maybe something like Miner, I guess. Anyways, enough of that story. I think this guy's probably cooked here. I'm just gonna go for the king activation. Okay, I have to defend for a second, though. Hold up. Before we say see you in the next match, let's just make sure we can actually defend first. Hold up, guys. Hold up. He's actually kind of gaining on me, but nah, I'm pretty sure he lost. Yeah, I'll see you... Okay, wait, hold up. No, actually, we're fine. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next match. Alright, guys, we're in the next match. Half the time, it's just better to play kind of reactively with Golem, just reacting to what your opponent does instead of really making the first play, but when you have the pump next in cycle, you gotta cycle to it if you can. His Ramrider will connect here, but Ramrider actually got a small HP nerf, so it's a little bit easier to deal with. It's kind of surprising how good Ramrider is despite a few nerfs that it's gotten. It's already gotten, yeah, quite a few nerfs, and it still seems to be so broken. Oh, Mega Knight. Okay, I'm gonna have to go for my Dark Prince in the middle, guys. You always want to go for it in the middle like this. I always see my friends who play the game casually, they always try to go for their, you know, tanks, whether it be like a Knight, a Pekka, or anything like that, kind of up here. But when you go for a troop in the middle, then you allow your second tower to also DPS down whatever you're hitting, whether it be a Mega Knight or something else. So that's why I decide to do that, usually. We do get the pancake on the Golem just in time, but for some odd reason, this guy has Mega Knight Pekka. You know, I feel like if I didn't show this matchup, everyone would be asking me, how the heck do you beat Mega Knight Pekka? I mean, I would say that's not a real deck, but here I am facing it, so I guess it is a real deck. So, I'll try to show you guys what to do here. Level 17 Pekka, actually, is what we're facing right now. I'm just going to take the NATO here. I do want to get rid of that Electro Wizard, make sure that our flying troops don't take all that much damage. His Pekka is going to die. It's definitely going to counter my Golem, though. It's somewhat hard to kill the Pekka, but you normally just have to try to overwhelm with your support troops, even if your Golem itself doesn't actually break through. Okay, this is pretty bad for us here. Actually, hopefully that will die. Please tell me the Phoenix Egg dies. Okay, I thought for a second it might respawn out. That's why I was really worried there. Okay, relatively even start. We do have our pump down, though, so I assume we're probably up like a couple elixir at least. We can just go for another pump as well, and now we're up even more elixir with this once it generates all of the elixir. Okay, this is not bad at all. Oh, snap, the Evo Mega Knight, man. Okay, we have to make it jump here so it doesn't take... It takes like a little bit longer to, you know, push our stuff. Okay, let's Evo Zap here too. You know, I kind of had to do that. That was actually a pretty solid defense there. Yeah, we barely took any damage compared to what it could have been. Dark Prince is charging now. I don't know if it'll get a connection, though. Oh, man, maybe if I got, like, a zap or something off there, but I didn't really have the best cycle. Guys, what I'm really hoping for right now is if he plays a Pekka and a Mega Knight together, imagine what an E-Drag Evo could do against that. Please, play your Mega Knight, please. Oh, he's smart. He's smarter than that. Okay, I was like, hoping he would be some silly mid-ladder player that would just end up doing that. I'm going to Lumberjack here as well. I know it might just die to the Pekka, but it could also do something, potentially. We just pull this Ewiz to the other side. I just don't really want to have to deal with it. Lumberjack does die, but it drops us the Rage there, so our stuff is going to go pretty crazy. And the level 16 Golem is no joke, guys. I think we actually just beat Mega Knight Pekka, surprisingly, which is, on paper, not what you would think would be easy, but it actually is. Okay, you know, I don't want to Golem first play, but I will if I have to. I think I'll just cycle the Zap here first. I'll give this guy some mercy. I'm a bit of a merciful Golem player. I mean, Golem first play used to really be meta, but I feel like these days it's a little bit more tricky because, I mean, back in the day I feel like you'd get away with it so often, but these days decks are a little bit more control-oriented, it feels like, so you can sometimes get punished pretty badly. We do get our E-Drag leveled up here, so even though we could potentially freeze here, I think we'll be okay, probably. At least I hope we're going to be okay. Okay, yeah, we're fine, we're fine. He could get his king up, though, so what I'm going to do is Dark Prince here. Oftentimes you want to support your Lumberjacks or Electro Dragons, because against Lumberjack they often pull it to their king with the NATO, and against E-Drags they can obviously just activate with pretty much anything, so you do want to make sure you're not allowing your opponent to do that. At least if they do that, they're going to have to take some damage if you support it. So this guy probably has Balloon Freeze. The nice thing here is that he can't really kill our pump. The very bad thing here is that his defense is probably going to be impeccable. It's like very hard to actually get through in this matchup, even if you have a big elixir lead. Oh wait, actually, I'm kind of confused. I mean, he has Minor Balloon, but... Oh, you know, I got it. He has Lava Hound, that's what he has. Okay, I was so confused, actually. I was genuinely so confused, guys. Man, this Lumberjack will deal a lot of damage here. Guys, normally you want to just get your E-Drags off and stuff like that, and then make a bit of a counter push with your Golem at the bridge. That's how you play this matchup typically, but since we're up so much elixir from the pump, I feel like it's actually okay in this case to just go for an early Golem without the best reasoning to do so. Because yeah, when you do this, they often just get a Inferno Dragon up high on the map there, then you can't really destroy it very easily. Hold up, this guy's really doing this? Like that? You really think that's gonna work? You actually think you're gonna beat the best Golem player in all of history with that? Guys, don't take me seriously. I just, you know, like when you're a Golem player, it's just like good to have some arrogance, you know what I mean? I swear it helps you play better. No joke, it helps you play better. Because then you become more confident, you go for these aggressive Golems, and it always works out. Dude, the Lumberjack DPS is going crazy on the King Tower. This guy's just going to get 3 crowned. Man, that has to be one of the easier wins of my life. Okay, this is the final win I need right now to get Ultimate Champion on my second account. I hope I can do it. It's pretty early in the season, so Ultimate Champion early season is actually not that easy if you face good players. I'll cycle the Skelly Drags right here. Want to see what this guy has. He does have the E-Drag. Man, guys, I swear, like, you know, Golem and all these other decks, they can still run E-Drag so well, it seems like. I swear, the E-Drag nerf just really didn't do anything. I mean, it just makes it take a little bit longer to kill stuff, but it just inevitably... Wait, how the heck do you say that word? Inevitably still kills stuff. You know, it just takes a little bit longer, but it still will always kill the stuff that it needs to kill. Man, that was such a weird word to pronounce. Sometimes when you're talking quickly, it's hard to pronounce a word that well. Alright, he got a little bit of damage there, nothing too crazy, and he does go for the Pekka in the back. Okay, I think what I have to do is just go for the E-Drag. Sometimes people would try to go for a Golem into it, but I think in this case we don't have to. I'm hoping we don't have to, man, I'm hoping. We have to definitely kill this Goblinstein very quickly. I feel like because of its HP nerf, it should be a little bit easier to kill here. Yeah, we do kill it, nice! And we could go for a Lumberjack here, but Dark Prince is a little bit better just to have that shield tank for a little bit, so we're gonna get a little bit more HP out of it, I guess. Yeah, this is great, guys. I don't think he can defend here. Yo, he literally cannot... Oh. There was no possible way he was gonna defend that, guys. There was no way he wasn't gonna lose his whole tower, except Evo E-Drag. That was like the only way he was about to defend right there. This is actually not that good for us right now, believe it or not. Dude, how is this not that good for us? I swear, I just had the best defense of all time, and it's still not even that good for me. Hold up, guys. I kind of want to go for a Bridge Golem, but I don't think we're going to have the elixir in time. Oh, no, we don't have the elixir in time. Dang, I don't know how I didn't just win the game right there after that poopy play by him. For lack of a better word. I know I need to... People said sometimes that I need to get more vocabulary, but the Clash Royale vocabulary is really just very simple. It's simple, really. So we definitely have to kill this Goblinstein ASAP. I mean, Evo E-Drags always do a great job of that, but unfortunately our E-Drag is just normal as of right now, so I guess I'll just go for the Skelly Drags and hope they're able to do the job good enough. You know, I kind of expected that tornado by him. I was gonna say he's probably gonna do something like that. He actually got a lot of damage on my tower, unfortunately. Let me just yank this away so I don't have to deal with it anymore. Pekka is gonna heal actually quite a bit off that Lumberjack. Dang it, man, it healed so much right there. We do have our pump going on the bright side, though, so that's gonna keep on generating us a bit of an advantage. I'm gonna get my Golem off in the back. I feel like this guy's not really playing the right way here, honestly. I don't think that Pekka was a great play for him, because now if we get a nice Evo E-Drag, it's gonna kill a Goblinstein if he goes for that. It's really gonna just deal with anything we need it to deal with, I guess. Probably. Okay, guys, I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna E-Drag Evo, and then he's gonna kill everything, potentially. That's what he wants to do, at least. That is what he wants to do. We are going to defend our tower right here. You know, obviously, we take a little bit of damage, but still not too bad here. Golem does reach the tower. One more Golem hit, please. Oh, please, kill it, kill the tower. Nice, we get on the tower, let's go. Easy win. Yo, let's go, we also got Ultimate Champion.